If it doesn't,
This is Dollars or Nothing TV.
Live and direct.
David Charge here with OD.
You know what I'm saying? Dollars or Nothing Enterprise. What up, world? What up, world?
Yeah, so what's going on, brother?
Same old man. You know me, always working.
I feel you.
Grinding.
Same here, same here.
Trying to get this new project off the ground.
Yes, sir. I got you. Number 6.
Something like that. if you want to be doing numbers and counting and everything.
I mean, you gotta be numbers. You putting in work, bro.
It's probably like something like that. Yeah, 6 joint, independent.
Yes, sir.
Just trying to get the name going.
I got you. I got you. First off, man, the name. You gotta explain the name to the people.
Right.
Let them know how the name came about.
OD. It's actually it's an old name, man. OD start from back in high school. It stands for Old Dog. You understand? Like that was my name. A couple cats called me that when I rhymed.
Okay.
And so I got like a friend of mine, my boy Rascal. Shout out to Rascal. He was like, "Yo, it's a lot of old dogs. You know what I mean? Out there. You should probably like cut it short." So I was like, "Bet." So he was like, "Yo, you should just be OD." So I was like, that sounded like something I could do. You know, it kind of matched the way I rhymed anyway. Back then it wasn't, not that I follow any kind of format now, but it was just unorthodox. It's the way I wrote my rhymes. I would just OD, I would beast. My shit would be like 2 pages, and that's when I was done. When I started, when I ended is where it was over.
Well, definitely the name is different too, because the OH, you dig what I'm saying? Normally cats will spell it OD,
right,
you know what I mean? So you flip it with the OH though.
Well, the OH is like, my name began with an O anyway. So just to be different, I would always write O. I would just write the O and then the H, you know what I mean? So to set me apart from anybody else, if you saw it tagged anywhere, whether I wrote it in the school or some shit like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
They know who it was.
They knew it was me.
Got
you feel me? So
you.
when he just was like OD, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep the H in there. So it's the H is silent, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
When they just thinking it's OHD, it's really just OD, you know what I'm saying? It stands for Old Dog. That's where it originated from. And
that shit was different though. I didn't get it at first. Not that I didn't get it, I didn't think about it at first. Let me say that. You know what I mean?
In that case, you know, in that sense, nobody really would, like, if we didn't grow up around each other, you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Just somebody in general. So it's good that the people get to know, like, it all started from Old Dog and me being just O. That's why I got the, you know, the OD piece, you know what I'm saying? I always got the O with the H in it. I will always tag it like that. It'd be an O with an H in it. You knew that was me, no matter where you went. True. And then once the D came, you know, the dog, I just wrapped it around. So that was that, you know what I mean?
So when did the DON come in?
The DON probably came in. That's my brother label, Ryder. Shout out Ryder, DON founder. You know what I mean? He came up with that name while he was locked up. It was Dollars or Nothing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Dollars or Nothing Enterprise. Before that I was repping H-Side. H-Side was something me and my friend Rascal and Cash and my boy Cousin and Trey, we formed like
another clique
You
before.
know what I'm saying?
I got
this
you.
is back then. This is when he
yeah.
first actually got locked up. You know what I mean? We came up with our own clique. We used to play ball or whatever, but we came up with that group, but we was deep. Not like a Wu-Tang in a sense, because they presented themselves as a group. We was just all repping H-Side, and we were all individual artists, but we would feature on each other's music. But then when my brother would fly the kites, because we would fly kites to each other often, he was telling me about his idea. He had a big vision for it, and fuck, that's my blood, so we gonna ride out. The H-Side thing is still family, but everybody, as far as the A-side goes, everybody got their own lane. I mean, he did this, he did that. We still fam, but this is fam. You feel me? So I'm riding with him. He's locked down, so I had to hold him down. Wasn't nobody else gonna bring it to fruition like he could see it, like he envisioned it. You know? So that was me. Since he told me that, it was on everything I put out was DON. I think the last CD I put out that had A-Side was Reality Check with me and Bullet, but Partners, Texas, but you know that's
hey, that's how the busy man gets it, bro. It's supposed to. If you ain't getting no text, there's something wrong.
Right. I'm working.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, Man to Many Mugs, my second solo CD. That was D.O.N. From there, been D.O.N. all day. That's what it's gonna be until my casket drops.
Got you. But before we get to the different albums or the different CDs you drop, inspiration in rhyming. Who gave it to you? And not necessarily, you ain't got a name, because the normal thing is everybody want to call rappers name. You know what I mean?
The real influence was my cousin, El Father. He also a D.O.N.
Oh, that's a cat. Okay.
Right, that's a Dollars Nothing artist as well, NFAF. But
he had that one song was tight. I like.
He good looking. Yeah, I don't know. He's my blood, so I always heard stuff. He older than me. When I was younger, I would be out in Brooklyn by him, and he'll be spitting shit to me, and I always had to sit there and listen. He deep, the way he rhymes, it's like it wasn't never just something regular, average shit. Now the world may not know him as a, you know what I mean, a nice MC, but me, like, yo, I'm watching him and listening, like, yo, this nigga is ill. So. You know what I mean? I kind of like pulled from him. You know what I mean? Like I was like, yo, I want to do some shit like that.
True.
So he was really El Fatah, M Diesel, Mighty Dog Dwellers is what he was repping back then. Him and Crazy Horse. You know what I'm saying? It was him. It was him that really had me like, let's go on. And then my brother Ryder, when we were like little kids, we would mess around with the rhyming and all of that, just freestyling, rapping in the radio, doing little
like we all did,
Right. So you know, that's how that all came about.
But that sounds like a perfect transition to talk about the music you put out now, because you say you do a lot of positive shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of deep shit, and that's the vibes I get from everything I listen to you, from the first one to this one. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I try to always say something, you know what I mean? I always got something to say. To me, it's weird. Like if your music doesn't have any substance to it, as far as it's motivating somebody to do something, whether they've been in that situation or, you know what I mean? Like they might be going through things that you're talking about. I just can't put it out. Like even when I hear certain songs, not to shit on anybody, but like sometimes niggas like dumb it down. I'm really not with dumbing it down. If you ain't get it, listen to it again. If you ain't get it that time, turn it off, listen to it later, maybe it'll catch you. Not that I'm speaking all philosophical where you can't catch it.
But I feel that's like motherfuckers being in remedial classes and passing them, you know what I mean? Instead of teaching them what they need to hear, you know what I mean? So I feel you on that for sure, you know?
I always try to have something conscious in the mind. Even though it might sound raw and grimy, that anger in me is still in me from when I was a youth, you know what I'm saying? And not that I was crazy wild and all of that. I was, you know, pretty smart. I did my thing in school as well, but I had anger built up from, you know, shit happening in life. You know
Anytime, any place, on the block, in the clubs, you ain't safe. All it takes is some licks in the system for them to start hitting and end up shutting down the place. We act up, send over some more drinks, always on it, I don't care what y'all think. Ready for whatever, act up if you want, act up, ain't get slumped, act up, but you better not blink.